So if there's a video that I believe will get views, is this one. Because it's January and everyone's like, oh, new year, new me. My New Year's resolution is to lose weight. Fuck off, mate. Considering the fact I'm uploading this in January, that should help. So if you knew me from school or before that, you would know I was attempting to put myself through for a Jabba the Hutt lookalike competition. And I must admit, I don't think I was that far off. My highest ever weight was 17 stone, and I was 15 years old. So basically, I'm just going to tell you about my weight loss journey and how I got to where I am now, and how I actually started doing it in the first place. Try and talk about this on a podcast episode I made from like fucking 18 years ago, but I feel like I can explain a lot better right now. I'm going to say this first and foremost. I started losing weight in 2016. Any time before that, I never gave a shit about my weight. I never looked down and be like, okay, there's no penis there, whatever. I was still happy. I didn't care about going to the gym, if I was allowed to go to the gym at the time. Exercise was like nothing I was forcing myself into doing. The only thing I was forcing myself into doing was eating. The complete opposite of a calorie deficit, put it that way. To be fair, the only form of exercise I really did was walk to school and back, which would be a total of about 20 minutes, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back. Or I'd probably be like having a kickabout with Charlie and James on a Saturday. Oh, those were the days, weren't they? Or any shitty PE lessons we did at school. They're literally like the only way I exercise. Oh, saying that, I did play Sunday League for one season, and I was a goalkeeper. So saying that, I didn't exercise much there either. But anyway, that's like the X Factor. Oh, watch me cry and tell you about my backstory in the hope you let me go through just from that. Fuck off, mate. So that's the gist of it. 2015, like I said, was the year where I weighed the most I ever weighed. 17 stone of full fat. There was no muscle, as far as I was aware. Yeah, I didn't lift any weights at all. I didn't go out for runs every now and then, just ate, sat down and ate, and it was very comforting. That's why it was so easy to do. That's why I did it so often, because it was so comforting, and it was easy to do, and really easy to do, and really easy to do. Oh, fuck off, I'm not putting that in. So, I think I was like finishing year 10. Yeah, I was literally finishing year 10 at the time. Fast forward a year to when I finished year 11, so I literally finished school properly. That's when my transformation officially makes a worldie of a start. Why do I need to over-exaggerate that? So basically, 2016, I finished school, finished all my GCSEs, and I finished prom at this time as well. So this was like July, late June, early July time. And also, I didn't get bullied or trolled about my weight or how I looked or anything. Like, I didn't get talked into doing it. Like, all this, this entire story, it's just me making the decision myself. A lot of people would say, oh, Max, you should lose weight. Fuck off, kill yourself. Oh, mate, you should hit the gym, mate. Whose gym? Yeah. So, one day, I was in my conservatory, and I was eating a family-sized packet of chocolate M&Ms. And normally, I would just be able to scoff it all in one. No hassle. Literally open the packet, eat them, done. On this one occasion, though, I literally had like 2 palmfuls, like small palmfuls as well, like smaller than that. And I was full. It was that feeling when, when you eat a lot of chocolate and your body just starts rejecting it. Not like you want to throw up as such, but it's just like, even when you think about chocolate, it's like, no more, please. Literally, that's what I was feeling at the time. Bear in mind, I had 2 small palmfuls. Normally, I'll be able to just scoff them with ease. So that's the thing that proper kicked in. Like, that's what made me clock that, okay, I shouldn't eat this much, anymore, really. What was even more convenient at the time was, a week prior, my dad brings an exercise bike in for my mum originally, because she said she wanted to tone up and stuff. Fair play to her. And it was in the corner of the conservatory. Literally, I look at the exercise bike, and I literally just said to myself, what if? What if I actually got into an exercising regime? What if I actually dropped a fair few pounds now? What if I didn't look so fucking fat literally throughout the entire summer? So this was actually between, let's just say prom. This was between prom and collecting my GCSE results, or maybe starting college. We'll say GCSE results. So this is like 2 months. Literally the entire summer holidays. I would just pedal on the bike for 20 minutes straight. The first 19, I'll have it on like a lowish, like mid gear. So there's 8 gears, well, 8 levels. So I'll have it on like level 4 or 5, just pedaling normally for 19 minutes. And then for the last minute, probably turn up a little bit and then just fucking go for it for the final minute. I pretty much did that on like a daily basis, along with having a kick about with James and Charlie like I normally would do. So that's actually all the exercising I did. I cut down on what I ate and just exercised a lot more than I did, really. So I think, I couldn't say for certain, but I think I lost like nearly a stone. It might have been a stone. I literally looked like, what's his name, Gru from Despicable Me. Literally fairly big body, very slim legs. So you can tell how much cycling I did. So yeah, college comes and I'm literally just, I did paint and decorating at college. So there's a lot of arm movement and there's a fair bit of walking around, but I walked to college, which took me about 10, 15 minutes, and like the same coming home. But also I was still focusing on not eating a lot of chocolate anyway, or overeating on a daily basis. So a year after that, I finished my first year of college. Summer holidays again, yippee. So I think we're around summer 2017. So I was still dropping pounds here and there. Not drastically, but I was still dropping. And my brother introduces me to a gym that he went to. He went to at the time, called Ebor Fitness, which is like probably like 10 minutes cycle from where I live. It's a small gym, but it did the trick for me. All I did there was I did arms, and I was on the treadmill for a little bit, and I was on the moving stairs. Like they were like the main machinery I used at that gym. Along with that, throughout the same summer, I was going on runs a bit more often. Instead of doing like maybe like a 20-minute run, for example, I would just probably break it down into sprints. So I don't know, maybe I sprint from like one tree to another tree. Not like fucking that close, you wimps. Like, say like half a football pitch, for argument's sake. I don't know, I'm not good at maths. Never was and I never am. I never will be. So from the halfway line to the goal line, sprint there. Like that distance. I don't know how often I did that. I think I did it for like 20 minutes in total, but I would just sprint and then walk back, sprint and walk back. So they were like the type of cardio I did, along with my normal playing footy with James and Charlie and all that good stuff. And I posted on my Instagram account, I think it was like the start of September of 2017. I lost £11 that summer. So that's pretty good, isn't it? So I knew whatever I was doing was working. I was dropping the pounds. I took progress pictures and I could tell like there was a fairly decent difference from the before and afters. Also with like the runs throughout the summer, I more often I did like fairly long walks, maybe like an hour or two. This is just plain walking, because that's good for weight loss as well. So that's also like part of my summer 2017 exercise regime. Maybe like another year after that, so around mid 2018, not much has changed. I'm still going to the gym every now and then. I'm still going on my walks. I think I'm still playing footy with James and Charlie at that time. I think I might have slowed down a little bit on that, but I'm still watching what I eat, not overeating, things like that. So I didn't put it all back on, put it that way. So I think in 2018, that's when I weighed my lowest ever recorded. I can't remember when it was. I think it was around May time. I dropped to 13 stone. So within the space of 2 years, I lost 4 stone. However, there was one thing that was bugging me. And when you get this, it's really hard to get rid of. Like, never mind how much exercise you do or how less you eat. It's one of them things that will, like, pretty much won't go away. So, I had this thing that I like to call hangage, where it's literally the lower body just hangs out because of the excess fat. That's actually just due to the fact that I lost quite a lot of weight in a fairly short period of time. It wasn't quite like I lost 10 stone in 2 days, or I didn't get quite to the level of losing 2 stone in 4 years. I lost 4 stone in 2 years. When you lose like a considerable amount of weight in a fairly short period of time, you tend to, it's not unnatural to have that. I was doing crunches, sit-ups, I was still doing the whole cardio thing. I was even eating, I think I was eating a lot, like even less than I normally did. I can't remember that much. My brain's shite, let me off. I literally spent like another year, so going into like 2019, doing sit-ups, crunches, and things like that, just try and get rid of like the lower body fat I had. And like, funny enough, like my obliques, so that's like your sides, like your hip area, they were getting trimmed down from like, I was losing weight in that area, but my front abdomen was more or less the same. So I couldn't get rid of it, like no matter how much effort I put into trying to get rid of it in the first place. I mean, it wasn't bugging me like fully. I wasn't going into rage mode, or I didn't go on a rampage because I couldn't get rid of this fucking lower body part of my body. It was just like, well, I mean, it is what it is. If I wear jeans, I'll just tuck it in. That's like the best case scenario, really. Just tuck it in your trousers or your pants. Americans. So 2019 comes up, and I didn't know this. I didn't know this was a thing until my mum brings it up to me that this can be surgically removed. And I was really excited because it was like, I spent all this time trying to get rid of it and I can't. So yeah, my mum brings it up that I can get my lower abdomen, my hangage, surgically removed. And that got me really giddy, let's put it that way. Because it's like, there's actually there's a happy ending to all this. I can actually get it removed. Not by exercise, but by getting put to sleep and having doctors cut open my body. I was willing to take the risk. So that was like around September, October 2019. No, it wasn't. That was a lot earlier than that, wasn't it? I'm sure that was in like late 2018, early 2019. Because you need to go to these like other doctors for like consultations and like references and things like that. So it wasn't like one of them things where, okay, Pax, you're getting your hangage removed. Fuck, you want to come in tomorrow? I was still working, so I need to book enough time to like get that. You don't really get it booked off really, because you get a doctor's note about it. But I need to let my workplace know with plenty of notice about what I was about to go through. So literally a week into 2020, so this is when COVID happened, but no one knew about it. I went to Nuffield Hospital and I had surgery. So happy days. Cost me a lot of money, but it was worth it. That's the main part. How that day went was, well, the night before, my mum got me all these like pajamas and like overnight clothes. I mean, they did say that I'll be staying there maybe like a couple of nights, just to see if I'm like capable of like moving around on my own. Because if you know what it's like, or you know what it is, you know what happens, then yeah. I had to get up the next day at about 6 a.m. because that was like the latest I could eat, in the sense of I don't want to eat too soon before my surgery happens, because with all like the whole digestion and it might not work well. So I got a letter and it said they recommended I eat Rice Krispies because I can't remember how they worded it, but it doesn't affect your body like too much in that sort of sense. Yeah, I think my surgery was due to take place at around I think it was around 10 or 11 a.m. But there was a bit of a delay. So yeah, the latest I ate was around 6 a.m. and my surgery was scheduled for 11 a.m. I think. It ended up being scheduled for 1 p.m, 2 p.m, so literally like a couple of hours later. But bear in mind, I was starving because all I ate was a bowl of Rice Krispies and that's it. So they take me to theatre. They insert some fluid into me that would cause me to fall asleep, and then lights out. Until 4 p.m. when I eventually woke up, and I was dazed. I was feeling woozy. I was like, where the fuck am I? How did I get here? Oh, you're fit. What am I doing on this bed? I was unable to stand up straight for a whole fortnight. So I was literally, when I was stood, I was forced to bend over because my stomach is shrunk. So it wasn't used to me standing up straight on such a lower amount of skin on me. I'll admit, the worst part about it really was how I had to well, I couldn't do it myself, but like we had to reshuffle everything in the lounge, because normally I would just have like sit on the couch, put my laptop on the armchair and just watch porn on that. For a good month, I had to sit on a dining room chair similar to this one and have my laptop on like a table with a couple of books on top of it, just so it was like the right height for me to use. So yeah, that's actually like the worst part about it all, was just that I had to change my whole daily schedule. Like, I couldn't shower because that would really hurt, getting like water splashed onto the best, like the stitches and, you know, where your thing was cut. So I actually had to just wash myself with baby wipes every morning. So yeah, I'm not trying to like put you off having surgery if you are planning on doing so. It's really worth it in the end. Just don't get your face, you know, surgically repaired. No one wants to see a plastic version of you. No one likes Barbie. No one does. So your rant over. So yeah, literally a couple of months later, I returned to work and literally everything's back to normal again. I think I've still got some pictures from like after the op, like how I looked and what life was like. I won't go into like the full detail on, I might do it for a separate video, but I won't go into detail right now on like everything that happened before the surgery and after the surgery. But that's the gist on like, you know, how I got rid of the hangage that I had due to me losing a lot of weight. So yeah, that's all. I had notes. That's the gist of where I am now. If you've got any questions about what I just said, feel free to let me know. I'm sure I'll answer it, because I'm not one of them privileged YouTubers who gets asked a question in the comments and they just get ignored because, you know, I'm all me. And don't get surgery on your face. Unless you really need to. Don't do it for attention. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. And check out me Twitch. I swear a lot on that, so I'm sure you'll love that, won't you? I break things a lot as well on it, so that's definitely worth a watch if not. So yeah, 27 minutes of me waffling over jack shit. Take it easy.